interesting, and maybe this is a time to go a little bit deeper and see for yourself why you want to be with the certain people that you want to be with. Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress, and this is your daily dust for Monday, October 16th, if you're watching in real time, but it can also be for whenever you stumble upon it. It is also like a timeless reading that you are guided towards through the law of attraction, and spirit just brought you here. But yes, we're using the Disney Villains Tarot deck as part of my Halloween themed decks leading up to Halloween. So if you're watching in real time, then that's the purpose for this one, and it's a really, really well done deck. It's a really nice box, a really nice book too. It's very colorful as well, with really great descriptions, and this really awesome backing. Really cool book, like I said. And I colored the edges to match, but doesn't that look pretty nice, huh? Alright, so let's, I think I did, yeah, I did. I was like, I was very hesitant because of like Disney and a collector item maybe. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I like it. I like to do these things. This one also shuffles very nicely. It's very flexible. So you don't have to worry about it not bending when it's brand new. Let's take 3 cards out of this deck. From the middle. Ooh, we've got Gaston, the Knight of Cups. Alright, let's see who else. He's one of those villains. It's kind of hard to resist, huh? We have the 5 of Coins. And ooh, the High Priestess. Very nice. Let's zoom on in and see what we get. The Knight of Cups represents someone charming and handsome and strong like Gaston, right? This tarot card symbolizes the ideal suitor ready to sweep you off your feet. Maybe it's time to strike up the band and celebrate. Or are you longing for something else? The tarot card advises you to follow your heart. The reverse of this, even though this didn't come out in reverse and I don't usually read reversals, I'm feeling like maybe you should see both sides of the situation. Just as Gaston broods and schemes when his marriage proposal is rejected by Belle, the Revenge Knight of Cups represents possessiveness, jealousy, and immaturity. And this card reminds you that setbacks and rejections are an inevitable part of life. Sometimes it's best to accept them and move on. This could represent you or somebody interested in you. So is this Gaston, is this guy in your life somebody who is, or this, if this is you or a guy in your life, or anybody in your life, doesn't have to be a guy, if they're representing this Knight of Cups energy, this is strong love emotions, showing you how they feel. But sometimes when a person feels this way, they don't always see the big picture. Let's say, for example, you're like Belle, and this person showing you all this loving affection, and they're like, well, isn't that supposed to win you over? And you're thinking, well, you know, it's gotta be reciprocal, dude, because even if you showing me all this love doesn't necessarily mean that I like you as a person. You know, I mean, I like you in a humanity sort of way. You know, you're a valid person and everything, but maybe we just don't click. And some people can be kind of surprised at that. I had this one guy who would like send me poems, and not poems, but like songs and stuff, and be all surprised that I wasn't swept off my feet. Well, like, it's nice, it's a beautiful gesture, but like there's got to be some kind of connection first for that to actually make a difference in a person's heart, right? I don't know. Sometimes it's surprising how people think. So, but I feel like don't let that, get in the way of a beautiful reading, because it could possibly be you sending love energy to somebody and them being very receptive, or somebody sending love energy to you and you really wanting it. And then interestingly enough, with the Five of Coins, it could be something like you almost don't trust it, like you don't believe it or something like that. Because the Five of Coins represents instability, and it usually involves income, instability in income or the home, but it's generally a scarcity energy. It's a lack mentality. Also, this feeling that you have to conserve resources. But this is only a temporary situation. If you need help getting through this time, don't be afraid to ask for help. And I see this as possibly asking Gaston for some help, but maybe not necessarily. This could also just be about your mentality, like lack mentality, possibly. I'm just saying for some of you out there. This could be this feeling, or just feeling like left out in the cold energy. He could be feeling left out in the cold, or you could be interpreting this as a kind of a prank or a joke or something like that. Like you'll see that in movies maybe, where a guy is set up to go ask a girl, and it's part of like a scheme or something, and the girl unwittingly thinks that he actually likes her and falls for it, And then on the other hand, there's the same scenario where this person really, really does like it, but the girl doesn't believe that they do, So it could be some kind of combination of those energies of there's love energy here, but there's a bit of hesitancy, or there's a bit of looking at the glass half empty instead of half full. Like there's kind of not seeing the joy in just the giving of love. And maybe it's just because it's coming from this Gaston guy that you're not really into. So, but you're the High Priestess ultimately, whether you're male or female. I just feel like this person who's watching this is High Priestess energy, and you can discern the real things from the false things. So don't get too wrapped up in these little moments of doubt or these little moments of lack. And also, if you're having one of those days where you kind of lack money, this is really fleeting and very temporary. It's only going to last maybe a portion of the day, and things will turn around really quickly, I believe. And just stay in your higher energy and see what spirit's downloads are going to be for you, because you're in a very receptive energy to get downloads. The High Priestess does represent the woman of the secrets, the bearer of the hidden things. She's secretive and intuitive, and she has a lot of power that comes deep within her own subconscious. Now, like Maleficent, she is sophisticated, calculating, and a magical force to be reckoned with. But of course, Maleficent has two sides to her. On the positive end, she's all right, so the High Priestess card can tell you to look deeper, and you may not be seeing the situation, friendship, or relationship in your life for what it really is, and so that makes so much sense to the other two cards. What is your intuition telling you? Take inspiration from the mysterious Maleficent and embrace solitude first to ruminate on this predicament. Consider it carefully. There's more going on than meets the eye. So even if there could be somebody out there, like you have a crush on someone, and your crush is kind of playing both sides. Like sometimes they seem interested, sometimes not. What is your intuition telling you? I feel like this person really does care, but they have trouble staying in this one energy for some particular reason, which is the secret. The secret here is for you to figure out if you want to. I think you can figure it out because I feel like you have the High Priestess energy, and you're able to get messages from a higher source that will help you understand the situation at hand here. But yes, I think overall though, your love energy is very good. Like you are a magnet for love. And sometimes when you're a magnet for love, you attract people you're not that interested in. And a lot of times you attract people who you really are interested in, and those people don't always show you the affection back. Sometimes the people who you aren't attracted to or interested in will show you a lot of affection. And it's hard. I know it's hard for your ego. You're like, oh, it feels nice to have attention. And then the ones that don't give you attention, you're like, well, maybe I shouldn't bother with that person. But that person could be the right one. They're just having their own issues that they have to work out. And when they do, then everything will fall into place. But then see this, the logic of the whole thing the clarity in a higher form. See it like, is it possible that the person that's giving you all this affection is the one that's meant for you, and the one that's not giving you the affection isn't, because maybe there's something inside of you that has trouble accepting it, so you always go for the thing that's hardest to get. So there could be lots of layers here when it comes to love and affection, and who you pursue and who you don't, who you're attracted to and who you don't, who you're not. It's very interesting, and maybe this is a time to go a little bit deeper and see for yourself why you want to be with the certain people that you want to be with. All right, and I hope you like that. Fake Trust and Pixie Dust.